For those of you who don't know, that was Mr. Billy Bragg. One of the first singles I ever bought, and it's what, 30 years old, that song. It could have been written yesterday. Between the wars, between what wars? It's one war after another. And it's how young people go and die in the wars for London and for oil and God knows what. I'm fed up with it. I don't know about you. I'm fed up everything that we get flung at from Westminster and Whitehall. I'm fed up bending the knee to an empire that's still an empire and everything but name. They call it a Commonwealth now and they hold games every now and again to make it look great and oh yeah, look at us, how good we are. Except when it comes to Scotland and we're not allowed to sing our own national anthem because that might just stir up something that they didn't want to stir up. But they already stirred us up. They stirred us up to vote yes and vote yes in great numbers, and I don't buy into this 45 thing. And some of you might not like that, but I don't care. 45 what? 45% of what Westminster told us we voted? No. I was there. I was in George Square in front of all you people on the 17th and 20,000 years. We sang our hearts out and we had hope. And for the first time in a lot of people, in a lot of Glaswegians especially's life, they had hope in their heart. Suicides dropped in 2014 all over Scotland because people had hope. I was a polling agent, then I was a counting agent in Kilmarnock and Loudon. I walked out at 2 a.m. because when I got to the polling station, I asked to check the boxes that had left my polling station, and I was told, oh, they're already out getting counted. Really? How do I know it was the same boxes? I'm not saying they weren't the same the boxes, but there was a lot of wrong. I left at 2 in the morning and I told our MSP, Willie Coffey, in more colourful words than I'll use now, that we will never, ever beat Westminster at a vote. They will not allow us. Craig Murray said it a wee while ago, MI5 and MI6 will not allow it. Their job is to protect the Union and the state of the UK. I talked to Jim Sillars and he told me the same. And I saw it with my own eyes. We've saw it on the TV, piles of yes votes on the no table. I was talking to somebody, it was at the same count I was 2 days ago, and they told me the same thing. That what's the votes doing on that table? And they thought, oh, I don't know, maybe they're just there. No, it happened everywhere. We're not allowed to talk about it though. We're supposed to move on. Are we? I haven't moved on. I had 1 hour, 1 week after the vote, when I had a wee cry to myself. And that's been it. Because I was too angry. I left that count at 2 in the morning, up to our yes shop where we'd been for weeks on end. And I'll say I kicked a couple of chairs. But I wanted to kick more than that. I wanted to kick somebody like Gordon Brown, who is a traitor to his country. And I'm not scared to use words. Some people are scared to use these kinds of words because, oh, you can't say that. Well, I can say that. I'm allowed to say that. On the 17th of September, I sang along and led the singing in George Square, and it was one of the greatest moments of my entire life. If you told me then I won, I would be joining a political party, because I don't like politicians much. And 3 months later, I'd be standing, hoping to stand for SNP in the election come May. I'd have thought you needed locked up, but I did both. On the Friday I joined the SNP when I woke up in the afternoon to hear Alex Salmond say he was resigning. And instead of worrying about that and crying and gnashing my teeth like a lot of people done, I said, that man's got a plan. I'd met Alec a few times, and I think he knows what he's doing, so I thought, I'll follow you, and I joined the SNP to be under one banner. I could easily have joined the Greens, I could have joined SSP, I could have joined Solidarity, But I thought for this one, let's get together, let's get under that banner, and let's win this. I also started the Butterfly Rebellion that same night with a lovely man who now stays in Dublin. Because in there is where it matters. And every one of us here today, there's not many of us here today, I know. But come April when we get this rolling again in the Yes movement, because we're still the Yes movement and we'll always be the Yes movement. We'll win as our freedom. You better believe we'll win our freedom. I didn't get selected for the SNP yesterday, and a good man Alan Brown did, and good luck to him, and I'll be out in the streets helping him beat what is talked about as the third strongest Labour MP in Scotland, Cathy Jamieson. Well, if she's the third best, God help them. Really. I don't get angry when I talk to Tories, not that I know many.
I do.
No, I don't get angry at Tories, no, because Tory is what Tory does. We know what Tories are, we don't need to be told, but Labour, for 80 years we have given Labour our trust in Scotland when it comes to Westminster. And for 80 years the poorest places in Scotland are under Labour control. Time for that to end. Time to take that power away from the Labour Party and tell them that they too are traitors, not just to the Scottish people, but to the working class. I've heard many years, many years, I've always voted SNP, but I never thought I'd join any party. I'm not a joiner, if you know what I mean. I don't mean putting up bits of wood.
I'm a joiner.
You're a joiner, I can see that.
Imagine.
But there's 70,000 new members of the SNP, and 70,000 of them, and I would bet very much that they are left-wing socialists like myself. We have a movement in Scotland that is not understood in England because they're not told about our movement. I've been on many websites, international socialist websites, and I was on one not long ago when they were going on about the dirty nationalists in Scotland and how they were capitalist this and capitalist that, and they were bourgeoisie. And I joined the argument and I was told, oh, you're a typical nationalist. And I said, I'm not a nationalist in the way you talk about it. I'm a socialist. I marched with CND, I marched with the student unions when I was trying to take away the grants. I was doing left-wing stuff when these people were still in nappies and before. And I said, what happened in Scotland and what is happening in Scotland is a socialist revolution. And you, international socialists in England, abandoned us when you had the chance to join us. And the conversation ended there. And every now and again I go back onto that page and nobody has answered me. They should hang their heads in shame. But what happened when Scotland got their freedom? England too will get their freedom from Westminster and the City of London. Please don't lose heart. For you here today, you are the vanguard of Scotland and freedom. I thank you for coming today. Never ever lose faith. We will be free.
Yes.
We are Scotland.
Yes. Well said, Alan.